She can walk that walk that walk that walk.
Hey y'all, good morning. How y'all doing? So I have a question for y'all, for anybody who's into this type of stuff and who is conspiracy theorists, who's been studying on this stuff. So I think it was like a couple of months ago, say about 6 months ago, I learned a lot about this whole Anunnakis type thing, and so many people that was on YouTube and TikTok was talking about this, and they want everybody to take this serious because there's a lot of things that we don't know that we need to know, and I'm willing to learn about this because as of that time I was confused, and I'm still confused to this day because they still making videos but they're not saying nothing. It's like, you know how somebody could keep talking but you're not really saying what you need to say. So I'm asking y'all on here, let me know if y'all know anything about this whole Anunnaki thing, about this whole futuristic type living situation. We already was told about the whole currency and everything, but let me know what y'all know about this and what are we in for. Should we be nervous about this? Because once again, I'm watching another video from JOG's reaction videos, and I'm still questioning about this. Everybody's so busy going crazy over how we're going to be living in the future financial wise, but nobody is understanding what's really going on and how we have this whole different universe underneath this country, underground, as they say. And I was never a conspiracy theorist because I thought it was a crock of shit until this year in January when I started seeing these videos. So now I'm questioning. I have tons of questions and I want to know. So if you're into this stuff and you know a little bit about this, can you let me know about this? And I'm confused about this whole thing. So I'm going to Google up a lot of stuff today, which is this underground world they're talking about. And why has it been a secret? Why are they covering it? And of course, this is for educational purposes only. Some of this may not be true, so don't take it serious. But we just want to know because some of us got some real questions. And I've been having some questions for the past 6 months. So please comment down below what you know about this and school me on this. Because I'm already having crazy feelings about this shit. And now I'm seeing another video. This is maybe the 20th video I've seen. Hey everybody, so fun fact about me is that I love watching podcasts on YouTube and listen to them on my phone. And then one of my favorite things I like to listen to is dark, mysterious, gory videos and cases. And anybody knows me knows that I like criminal stuff. I like criminal justice shows. I like all types of criminal shows, from Law and Order to NCIS to CSI and all that stuff. And I'm constantly binge watching it all day, every day. I swear to God, if you was to ask me what I was doing, I'd be in my house watching some type of criminal show. And I've been obsessed with it for over 10 years. So when I saw on YouTube Mr. Ballin podcast, I was like, okay, I'm deeply invested in this man and his videos because he talks about a lot of mysterious, crazy, strange, dark, and mysterious stories. And I've been watching him now for maybe about 3-4 months now. I forgot when I started watching him, but I know in the process of me watching Snap, yes, because we do get that on YouTube now. I was sitting here watching this show Snap, and then I was watching some other criminal show, and this popped up. So I was like, okay, I need to start sharing it with everybody, because anybody that's into criminal shows and strange, dark, and mysterious stories and podcasts, he is one of the best people you can go to talk to. You can go on his YouTube channel. You can go on his social media. I don't know if he has Instagram or whatever, but you could definitely look at it. But his name is Mr. Ballin Podcast, and I am constantly watching this all the time. Look at what I'm talking about. I'm going to show you exactly what it is. And he is funny as well. So he's a veteran. And he served, I guess, in the Army. And he has children. He's married. And he is one of the funniest guys ever. He keeps you on your toes. He tells you the most craziest stories you could ever think, even imagine. Some of the stuff that we never even heard of, he'll talk about it. So shout out to you, Mr. Baller Podcast, and I love the fact that he does answer everybody's questions and he does communicate with everybody, especially on his Discord. So if you have Discord, please go to his page, and it's Mr. Baller Podcast. So yeah, I'm just letting you know. Just look him up. You could talk to him, you could ask questions, and you could definitely check out his videos. Some of his videos would make you say, what the F? Yeah. Okay, so this is his video. This is the podcast. He has two different channels. So just look up Mr. Ballin and you'll see everything. So this is his channel right here. Shout out to him. Y'all go check him out. His videos is crazy. Hey everybody, how y'all doing today? So there's something I wanted to bring to your attention that I think is very important, and hopefully this will open somebody's eyes and see that people need to start being careful with their decisions that they make, and people need to realize the decisions you make now, it will benefit you in the long run, or it could make and break your life in the long run. It's like either way, it's very detrimental to your life, and I can't express enough how much it's important to think about your decisions that you make now for your future. And if you got a partner with you, y'all need to make those decisions together. Communication is key. And I say this because of two reasons, two different stories in one video. And I'm going to try to make this as short as possible. Hopefully this won't go past 10 minutes. But if it does, please stick around and watch the whole video, because this is very important. So the very first story that I seen a while back that I'm seeing it right now as we speak is how this family that was beautiful, peaceful, minding their business, lived their life, just not bothering nobody, just being a family, was murdered by a so-called neighborhood watchman who thought he was doing people a favor by watching over the neighborhood, making sure everybody is fine, making sure the neighborhood is peaceful, and yet he was the one that murdered this family. And when they asked him why, he really didn't give a good reason why. So he was charged with murder, and he's still in jail to this day. Thank God. Because I feel like no reason is worth you killing a family. And then a lot of people thought it was all about race, because the family was black, but the mother in that family was white. And he was saying a lot of things about her that was negative, coming from about it was drug related, it was sex related. He was really throwing dirt in their names. And I thought it was so disgusting, because I'm like, even if the mother was to go down that route where she lived her life of crime, it still doesn't give you a reason to want to burn down a house, killing everybody in it, including the grandmother and the father. And this is heartbreaking, because 5 kids was in the middle of this, and he didn't really think things through. So after he said what he said and he got caught up in his lie, they finally arrested him and he's in jail now. The second story I wanted to tell y'all was my neighbor. This is how you could tell that the hatred is real. I don't know why on earth was somebody who has never met me, never heard of me, we never bumped into each other. We don't even know how each other look. And I finally found out who this person was, because I finally seen her face when she recognized my face from the camera. And I was like, I had to ask everybody, and I was asking myself, why on earth would somebody who never met me, never even speak to me or see me a day in your life, decides to make my living situation over here a nightmare by you constantly banging on the walls and everything? Because here's what I'm saying. A lot of people's, and we found out the real reason of it. So one of the real reasons was the fact that it was a lot of jealousy going on. The fact that she was dealing with a lot of noise and mess on a daily basis, and she couldn't deal with it. And this brings this video to your attention. This is why I'm making this video, because this is why I say people need to start making decisions, the smart ones and the right ones, that's going to benefit you in the long run. Because everybody want to sit here and be so obnoxious and cocky and shit, talking about they have no reason on earth to be jealous of another person. And then you constantly saying it over and over and over, when in fact that you are jealous and you're more jealous than anything. And we're not saying this just to be cocky as well. We're not saying this because we feeling ourselves. We're saying this because it's the truth. It is the saddest truth, and it's so obvious because when you're mentioning the fact that you don't get enough sleep, you don't get no peace, you don't get no quiet, you go to work, you come home, and you got to constantly cook, clean, and change diapers, and you got to deal with bullshit, you got to argue all the time. You pretty much saying your life is in shambles, is a chaotic thing, and you don't know what to do about it. And you feel like because some people's that or your neighbors that's by themselves, that doesn't have any kids, that's not married or whatever, you live alone, that you feel like they live in a better life than you. So you feel like they are at peace 24/7. They ain't got nothing to worry about. They don't got no stresses in their life. That their life is just peachy keen. And that couldn't be further from the truth. And I said this to everybody else, and a lot of people agree with me on this situation because we feel like because some people are single out here with no marriage, no kids, nothing at all, it's just you yourself, and you're living alone, that you don't have no type of stresses in your life whatsoever. And that's why I was like, don't judge a book by its cover. Don't assume the worst because you don't know shit. And it's very funny to me because as a single person, I have a lot of stresses in my life every day that I deal with, and the way I deal with it is a lot different from other people's. So sometimes I do pray about it. Sometimes I try to speak positivity about it and say, hey, my time is going to come. Everything's going to be all right. I'm going to keep moving, keep pushing, and keep working hard to make things happen for me. If I want something, I have to work for it. If I got to make something happen because somebody else can't do it, I have to do it myself. But that doesn't mean my life is at peace. My life is not peaceful or whatever the case is. I'm at peace because every day I do wake up and go to bed with no noise, no drama, anything like that. But as far as life goes, life is life in. And until you walk a mile in that person's shoes, you don't know what it's like to live that person's life. And you don't know what that person's going through. And just because my drama is not within my home doesn't mean it's not with outside the home. And every single week we deal with the same type of drama, and we try to solve it in so many freaking ways. And this is what people don't realize. So yeah, so when I think of that, I feel bad for people, and I feel sorry for the fact that you really think that because we're single that we don't have the type of life that y'all have.